Aquarius darlings, welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back to watch another weekly. If you would like a personal reading or a live coaching session, or you want to work with me with healing, or you would like to purchase a personal tarot reading package, please hop on over to capellawellness.com. There are also links in the description box below to take you straight there. I want to wish you guys a wonderful, transformative, beautiful week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are doing very well and all is going swimmingly in your sector of the universe. I send you much love and many blessings, as I always do. What we're going to do here, Cancers, we're going to see what is going on with you at this time, what obstacles you are facing, and what lessons you're learning from this situation for your spiritual growth, because that is what you're here for, and that is what this is about. Then we're going to get some guidance from Spirit to see how you can best navigate these energies, what's going on with love and relationships for you, what Mercury Retrograde is teaching you, yes, helping you to review and reevaluate. And lastly, we're going to see what this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May 15th or 16th, depending on where you are, is going to be bringing you. It is a very intense time. Pluto's already in retrograde. Mercury's already retrograde as I'm recording this. I'm recording this on May 11th, 2022. Even if you watch this 5 years later, 2.5 years later, you ran into this video for a reason, even if there are no eclipses and crazy stuff going on. All right. Massive changes are coming, guys. So let's see what's going on with you at this time. All right. What's going on with Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Woo! And the 2 of Cups. Oh, Jesus. And the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups fall in the reverse. Okay. Okay. Cancer. This is big. Okay? This is big. So, and I know I can't push things onto you, but if you've watched me, I'm a very passionate person. I'm very gung-ho with my mission. But this is important for you to follow, and you have a tower at the bottom of the deck, okay? Why I said what I said, massive changes. The overall energy, guys, you are going to go through a course correction if you are not going through a course correction right now. And remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego in check and make sure that you are honest with yourself, okay? These are in the reverse, so be honest with your situation. So, and that's love stuff right there, and emotions. Cups, that's all you got right now for what's coming or what is going on. Okay, but again, this could have happened in the past, it could be happening right now, or this is going to happen sometime in the future. You know where you're at. So this is pretty big, like I said. Sudden, massive shifts, upheavals. This could even be divorce for somebody here, okay? It's not going to be for everybody. For at least one person, there's a divorce here, because this card is a divorce, a sudden ending of a relationship. So God is coming in to intervene in your life to put you on the path that you need to be on. And I'm going to be honest, but I'm honest because I love you guys. Some of you have still not heeded your guidance. So now God is coming in to break down this structure that you have built that you think is stable and solid. He's coming to tear it down and to put you on the path that you need to be on. Okay? Wow. 2 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Some of you are still in inauthentic, unhealthy relationships. You're enabling poor behaviors of people. And remember, this could be a marriage, okay? That's not going to apply with everybody, but it could be just relationships all around, your friendships, even relationships with your siblings, your parents, your coworkers, okay? If you're in a relationship right now and you know that it is not harmonious, it is not emotionally stable, there's emotions running high, there is dishonesty here. Some of you, you or your person, but I'm getting it's you, Cancer, you're enabling unhealthy attachments to things. Some of you may be, wanting to date others because you can't be alone. Let's say you are divine counterpart, like counterpart as I call it, the twin flame stuff, because this is a twin flamey card, all right, Two of Cups. And, again, this is for some of you, not for all of you. You can't handle being alone. So you want to be with other people because you need that emotion. You need to be loved, but that comes from within you, okay? This is not a healthy relationship whatsoever. However, this is resonating for you. And again, if you're just dating people or you're in a relationship right now and you know that you guys aren't on the same page, you guys don't have the same morals and values, this is approval seeking. You are trying to get love from people, yet you're doing things to attain that love without focusing on the love on yourself. All right? And I'm going to be very, very blunt here. I just heard from God. God said he has had enough. He's had enough because he has this for you. The future, God has a beautiful soulmate, your counterpart, the happily ever after, the storybook ending. This is emotional and material wealth right here with this 10 of Cups. A very beautiful, harmonious, stable family. Divine love flowing through the both of you, flowing in your families. It's just like, having this beautiful, blissful environment, this type of life. This is what God wants you to have with the person that God ordained for you. Okay? God already has your person. What they also call this a kingdom spouse, right? Other people call it kingdom spouse. The rest of us have, for me, I didn't know what that was, but for me, I heard a twin flame. That's what was thrown in my face after I met my counterpart. And I didn't know about that either. So kingdom spouse, this is the person that God created for you. All right? That's what he has for you, the ultimate love, the agape love. That's the highest form of love of all. But because some of you are still surrounding yourselves or you're still involved in a connection or dealing with relationship, it could be dating people and then you're dealing with friends who are not backing you up, who don't support you, who want everything from Cancer and then they run away. We've gotten this energy before, okay? It has to come to an end. And God's fixing that. This is inevitable. If this hasn't happened yet, this Tower moment is inevitable, Cancer. And either you heed the call, like the Judgment card, you wake up to whatever this is, or you're going to continue to be in these energies, okay? There are very serious, inauthentic relationships right here. On all fronts. For the majority of you, it's practically everyone that you are in a relationship with. Again, whether it's coworkers, friends, a significant other, okay? Approval seeking. You are seeking validation outside of yourself. You are having somebody else try to make you happy. It's not working, Cancer. It's not. And you know it. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Why? Because I went through the same thing. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not judging because I have no right to do that. This is exactly what happened to me. And when I kept giving too much to my counterpart and other friends and other people, even family members, okay? Even with my own son, how we know mothers, some fathers too, okay? You can feel really guilty, especially if your you're a single parent and you want to give your kid everything, and it gets harder to say no when you're dealing with a child who's gone through a divorce, right? And as I said, this is a divorce right here. So, but I even had to stop that too, trying to seek that like approval even from my own kid. Even though he loved me unconditionally, but I had to teach my son something. You can't get everything, right? It doesn't work that way. But this is like, there's disharmony all around here with regards to love and relationships for you, Cancer. This is codependency. Some of you are codependent on having somebody fulfill you emotionally. You're wanting somebody else to fill your cup, but you know what's happening? Your cup is actually, the water is coming out. Which means you're going to have an empty cup, right? You may be taking all of your water and just giving it to everybody, and then you're left with an empty cup, but you don't replenish it. And then you try to get a cup from somewhere else, but it's not bringing any balance to you. And I think some of you feel emotionally drained too with this water coming out of the cup. All the cups are upside down. You have 12 cups upside down, Cancer. And these aren't even full. But we can't really tell fully because of the way it's drawn. And with this rainbow energy here, maybe rainbows are significant for you, but this is a godsend. This is what I'm being told. This tower moment that is happening or is about to happen is actually a godsend. God is showing you a rainbow and telling you, Cancer, you're not going to like this, but this is for your highest good, because you are involving yourself in these relationships that you know are really not fulfilling, which you need to walk away from. 8 of Cups. You know it's not harmonious, it's dishonest. There's a huge energy of codependency here on other people to fill your cup, to fulfill your happiness. You're not happy on your own. When you are happy on your own, like the 9 of Cups, you attract the 10 of Cups. It's in the reverse, okay? There's too much depletion of your energies and of your actual emotions and love for people. Some of you are giving way too much. This is definitely codependency, clinginess, seeking approval from others. And it is not bringing you harmony in any way, shape, or form. Some of you are trying to rescue too many people. You don't have to do that, Cancer, because you know what? Everybody has to learn their lessons on their own. Hand-holding. Some of you have a big codependency on hand-holding. It's like an addiction almost. That you gotta hold somebody's hand to get them across the street. They're never gonna learn how to cross the street by themselves unless you teach them, unless you let them deal with it. Yeah, you could tell them, I mean, crossing the street may not be the best analogy, but I think you get what I'm talking about. It's like with your child. They start to walk and then they fall. I've seen some mothers, and God bless their hearts, they freak out and then the kid starts crying and the mother's like, oh, no, you're going to be okay. Like, okay, we're going to stop walking. No more. How is the child going to learn, right? The child's going to fall. It's the first time of them doing anything. And again, with coddling and hand-holding, there's too much of that, Cancer, and it has to end. If your tower moment hasn't come in already, Cancer, because I know I said this is what's going on with you now, but again, time is fluid, all right? If this hasn't happened yet, it has to stop. Seeking validation out of yourself and trying to find your happiness and other people and other relationships, it's not going to fulfill you in the end, because obviously it's not doing that. You need to focus on your own fulfillment, your own emotional stability, your own happiness. The joy comes from within. You cannot find that outside of yourself. And you know what these inauthentic relationships are doing? It's lowering your vibration. It's taking your power away, and it's blocking your abundance. It's blocking the true love from coming in. The love of a lifetime, like a relationship like no other. You being in these energies is blocking what God has for you. And you're going to acquire this in a way that it's not expected. It's going to be in a way that it's not going to go according to your plan, is what I'm hearing. Okay, Cancer? This type of love is not coming in according to plan, to your plan. It's based on God's plan. But right now, this is what your relationships look like. And God's coming in to rectify that. And this is inevitable. Now, whether you learn the lesson from this, or you say, okay, God, I surrender, I get it. If you don't, and you try to control and manipulate, and you continue to be in these authentic relationships, you're gonna miss out. These will continue to happen until God sees that you finally paid attention to the lightning bolt that just hit you in the head. Okay? Look what's underneath this. Justice card. Bringing things into equilibrium. Bringing things into balance, because as I said, there is no balance in your relationships whatsoever for a lot of you. It's so disharmonious. It's gotten way out of hand, which is why God is coming in. You cannot avoid this, Cancer, at all. You're not going to be able to escape this. It's happening whether you like it or not. God's coming in to fix this. And you need to see the truth. He's going to try to get you to see the truth as to these relationships are not healthy, Cancer. This is about karmic lessons. Some of you, this is coming in because God is trying to get you on that path to learn your karmic lessons with regards to enabling unhealthy attachments and being in relationships that are not authentic. Okay? And to stop getting love from other people to fill your cups. You have to fill your cup first. What's after that? Six of Swords, see? You got to transition out of here. You got to move away from the chaos and the challenges and the people who are taking advantage of you. Seven of Cups is at the top of the deck. Confusion, not being able to make a decision. There's so much clouded judgment that you are making poor choices in relationships, Cancer. You know what cup to choose. That is your cup. It's time to go on the quest for the Holy Grail to find what makes you happy. You need to fill your cup. You are picking these cups. Oh, I'm going to go with this relationship. Oh, no, it's not really working out. Okay, well, I'm going to go in this relationship. Oh, that's not working out. Or I'm going to go be with these friends, and to make me happy. And, oh, these friends really aren't backing me up, are they? I'm not aligned with them. See what I was saying? There's some of you who keep dating people and you have some of you already have met your counterpart, but because you're not in union yet, because nothing is happening, you're like, let me go date. And look, I can't tell you what to do. I can't. I can't tell you to date. I can't tell you what not to date, who not to date, or whatever, you know what I mean. But from my experience, I tried to do that. I even went on apps, and you know what happened to me? The apps kept crashing. Every time I went on those dating apps and tried to put a profile, they kept crashing. And you know what I heard? God was doing that and he goes, Jess, stop doing this. You need to be focusing on yourself and filling your own cup. Because here's the thing, when you're dating somebody else and you're not fulfilled, you're really not happy and you know it, it's affecting your energies. It's lowering your vibration. It's blocking you from actually having true love in your life. And if you're trying to bring about this abundance and this material wealth, you're picking up on those person's energies. You may not know what that person's like karma deals with. You may not know what that person is really going through behind the scenes. And for what I'm getting, if some of you are just dating because you can't handle separation or something like that, or you can't be alone, the possibility, the thing is, you dating is actually, you know, and if you guys are dating, you're not happy. Low vibrational energies, lack of happiness is not going to bring about the love that you want, Cancer. And you're probably picking up on somebody on your person's the other person's energies too. And some of you might be confused. You're like, well, why can't I feel love for somebody else? Why can't I enjoy myself in this connection? Why are we not lining up? Why do I not feel this like love flowing through me? It's because it's not the person that God created for you. And if you're dealing with a counterpart, the love for your twin is unlike any other love on this planet. Why? Because it's the agape love that was given to you from your counterpart, even though it may not look like it. It's the love that God created, the unconditional love, which you're ultimately supposed to find within yourself first and give that to others. So that's maybe why some of you are confused and you keep picking the wrong cup. Temptation is getting the best of you, Cancer. Maybe you're scrolling. I hear, what is it called? Swipe left, swipe right. I don't even know, because honestly, like the story I told you, God said, stop it, Jess. Stop it. You need to focus on yourself. And it's true. Why? Because I was so clingy. I wasn't a clingy person, but I was codependent on wanting a boyfriend, okay, to fulfill me. I felt like I needed a relationship because I couldn't be by myself. I had a huge rude awakening when I had a tower moment with my counterpart. And it got me on my path, and it got me to where I am today. And I've been single for years, and I haven't been happier in all my life. I haven't been as strong as I've been. I haven't been as powerful as I've been this entire time until now. I had somebody ask me out while I was on my walk yesterday. And I flat out said, I am not interested. Thank you, though. Enjoy your life. The old Jess would have caved, even though I wanted to say no, okay? The old Jess would have said, okay, here's my number, right? Because sometimes we're afraid to say no to people, even strangers. I flat out turned him down. And he was actually surprised. I felt it. I was kind of surprised. I've done it before, but this time around, it felt very, very different. And I had no remorse. I didn't feel bad. Because I was like, no. I could already feel his energies. There's no way, there's no connection there whatsoever. And on top of that, he was looking at my chest the whole time. So, I mean, there you go. Watch the red flags, right? Temptation. I was going through a test yesterday to see how I was going to react. If I was going to try to jump in to a relationship, knowing that I am still doing what I need to do. I'm still focused on myself and my mission work. I don't need a relationship right now because I know God already created my counterpart. I've already met my counterpart. I am just trusting in divine timing, and I am trusting in God's plan. So God kept me away from like this temptation of wanting to be in relationships, knowing that they were not going to go well, knowing that The love that I really wanted, the love that God has for me is the love for my counterpart. The true love, the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups that I've been working so hard to attract, that I have been visualizing and already acting like I already have it. This is what God wants for me, and it's what God wants for all of you. It's a love like no other. You will not get that from the person that God did not create for you. You just won't. Because it is not created by God. Whatever God creates, it has like the highest form of divinity in it. Right? So if you start seeking other people that God didn't bring to you, this is what you get. That's what happens when you chase. Okay? The person that God brings you is the person that's going to give you this. Period. Not that. So, it's time to pick your cup. The cup, the Ace of Cups, which is this connection that God has given you. The godsend, the blessing with the rainbows here, right? The promise. Let's see what the obstacle is. What is this obstacle for Cancer? Oh my God, guys. Like, some of you are going to be like, what the hell, man? I just heard you've been warned. My angels, my guys, they're kind of like really a little bit heated right now, because it's like, Cancer, we're trying to get you this and you are resisting. You're choosing things that are not bringing you this. You're in this. Okay. All right. Page of Pentacles came at a 45-degree angle. They want me to take it in the reverse. You're not learning from your mistakes, plain and simple. That is the obstacle. There's dishonesty here. The Page of Pentacles is not a grounded, honest, trustworthy person. Some of you, you're dating people maybe younger than you. I don't know. Doesn't have to be. Or you're younger than them. But that defeats the purpose. Could be an earth sign, but we're not going to get caught up in the signs, all right? The thing here is, the biggest thing with this energy, with the biggest obstacle, the block for you is you're not learning from your mistakes. It's exactly what I said. You're not learning your lessons. Okay? This is also about communication. You're not getting communication from your person. Your person's not talking to you. They're not giving you good news. And it's like, you feel Ten of Swords. It's just like, I'm so done with this. I'm so done with not getting communication from a person or something like that. I feel victimized. This person isn't here to victimize you, Cancer. You do that to yourself. Because you allow the need for communication to fulfill you too. I need to hear from a person. I need somebody to tell me all the time how they feel. I need them to be around all the time. That is clingy. That is codependent. I need somebody to talk to. Trust me, I got into that too, even after my Tower moment, and I walked away from my counterpart. And then I had a friend of mine come in who helped me with my website. I'd known him for years. And then something started to change there. And then I found out, like, he told me, he called me, no, he texted me when I was at home visiting family. He was drunk and he confessed that he had feelings for me for the past 16 years. And I was like, oh boy. And, you know, I kind of started feeling something too. But then it was like, oh, no. I'm getting codependent, because then we were talking all the time. And it was like, he's a really cool person. But God cut him out from my life. Let's just put it that way. I was starting to go back to the old Jess. And God said, nope. And God's like, are you going to go back after? Because And I kept saying, man, you know, I miss talking to Jeff. It's like we had all these awesome conversations, and, you know, it helped because it was just me, and me. I was doing my work, and it's just me and my son. I lost all my friends. You know, I couldn't talk to family members about what I was doing because they think sometimes what I'm doing is crazy, and it was difficult. But let me tell you, it built up so much strength for me. And not having the need to have communication from somebody all the time to kind of like keep me from being alone, even if it was just, you know, a text conversation. But you know, when not having that, actually, how much resilience and strength that gives you. It's preparing you for what's to come in the future, for you to be completely solid and independent from everything. Because that's what some of you are being asked to do. And you're like, it's done. It's over. I can't deal with this. This is too much. Can it get any worse? It's too painful. I need to know what's going on with my person. I need to know how they feel. I need to be validated. No, you don't, Cancer. You are way more powerful than you think you are. You're way more capable. You are ultimately a divine individual. You need to act like one. You need to walk around like one. Like the person who asked me out yesterday, he stopped me because he goes, girl, you're walking around like you own the place. Do you know for how many years I walked around with my head down trying to hide behind my hair? And my divine counterpart can attest to this. I have a video that talks about him telling me this, that I have to stop hiding my face. I had to stop hiding who I was. But that came from me, not anybody else. Because I know who I really am. And having that amount of power for somebody to say that was huge for me. Because then I knew that I really have done my work. And nobody can take me off my throne. No one. Not one thing, not anyone, except for God, if he wants that in my life, okay? So some of you are like, I can't take this. It's too painful. Some of you might even be going through a dark night of soul. I don't know, I'm seeing moon card with this, but no follow through, okay? You could be dealing with a relationship, friends, the partner that you're with right now. They can't commit. There's no follow through. They break commitments. You know, they're dishonest with you. They're a little bit puerile. They're maybe too childish. Okay? There's immaturity here. Some of you are dealing with like immature people and you're kind of like, what the heck, man? Why do I keep attracting immature, low vibrational people who are dishonest and communication sucks? Maybe they're too playful. I don't see Page of Wands here, but maybe they communicate with you and it's just sexual in nature. Let's go hook up. What was it? The Netflix and chill type of thing? Right? You want more substance. You want somebody who's like in the same page as you. They like the same things you do. You can talk about certain things without looking like, you know, you're an alien or something like that, right? I'm getting that with this energy. But it's like with this Page of Pentacles here, Cancer, again, that's why God's coming in. I said, you're not learning your lessons. You're not learning from your mistakes. Somebody's lacking common sense, lacking goals. There's some of you procrastinating on doing the hard work. Some of you don't want to do the hard work. This is a very hardworking individual who keeps their eye on the prize. Make sure that she's balanced. Look, she's on one foot, but she's not teetering over anything. She's not falling over, and she's holding her pentacle. She's making sure that she's maintaining that balance as she is laying the foundation for her future. She needs to be solid in her life in all aspects. But with this card in the reverse, it's like you're losing your balance. There's a lot of imbalance here, Cancer. There could be something with finances too, where you're just paying for everything or giving people money or gifts or something like that, because this is making offers, right? Or you want somebody to make an offer to you, or your counterpart to make an offer to you, and that's not coming in, and you're just like dead in the water. Well, that's the Rider Waite, but here's the thing. This is also about a divorce, okay? There's another divorce card. Some of you are still haven't healed from a divorce, is what I'm hearing. Again, that's not for everybody. Some of you haven't fully healed from the divorce. To others of you, you can't get away from feeling victimized. You need to learn how to be the victor, not the victim. You have to understand that you're the one giving your power away. And when people try to take it from you, you just give it like it's free candy. Okay? This is not what God wants you to do. This is so low vibrational. It's why you're not finding true love, because you're just giving everything away. You're giving all of the amazing stuff that Cancer has away. Why? It's because you don't love yourself first. It's because you don't put yourself on the front burner. It's because you want other people to like put you on a pedestal when you have to put yourself on the pedestal, whatever that is. But you got to do the hard work. You have to be the one to pull the swords out of your back. She has no swords here. So you see how there's an illusion here? You think that this is all pain and this sucks and that's the worst thing ever. It's actually not. It's actually a godsend. Again. You are not the victim here. Victims let other people take everything from them. You are giving your God-given gifts away. You are giving your divinity away, your sovereignty away, when you are ultimately a child of God. Manipulation and trickery. You're so done of being manipulated, then stop the pattern. Learn from your karmic lessons. Swords are about lesson learning and challenges and life's experiences. All of these life's experiences are culminated now for you, Cancer, and it's put you down on the ground. It's up to you to get back up. You have the support of your guides, your angels, your ancestors. They're there for you. Connect with them. Ask them for assistance to help you get out of this victimization, this pain and this suffering, this like so dark and damp and like so hurtful here. It's really hurtful, okay? But you have to meet them halfway. You have to meet God halfway. You have to be the one to pull the swords out of your back and get up and walk towards the light. It's got to end. Tens are about endings and new beginnings. God has something way better for you here. It's always dark before the dawn. Darkest before the dawn. But the sun's always shining, no matter what time of day it is. You're not learning your life's lessons. This is all these life's lessons coming to you, and it's like one after the other. How can it get any worse? It's because you continue to do the same thing over and over again. It's repetitive. It's like the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not putting in the hard work and focusing on yourself, the self-love, the self-care, the self-mastery. Eight of Pentacles in the upright. You're just clearly not learning from your mistakes, and you're wondering, why do I keep getting into these predicaments? I'm so done with this. It's because of you, Cancer. You're the one who is allowing all this shit to happen. You have the power to get yourself out of this situation. It's ultimately your responsibility, not anybody else's. Okay? Yeah, see, Four of Wands at the top of the deck. Total disharmony in relationships, even in the family, in a marriage, okay? In a marriage. Maybe there's something here that somebody got bad news about. Somebody wants to file divorce from you, or or you want to file for divorce. Okay? There's divorce going on for some of you, and if this hasn't happened yet, I guess this is coming. Because this is bad news. It's not good news. Okay? It's bad news. That's a marriage that is not working out. The people are not on the same page. They're not happy. They're not jovial together. They're not having a great time. There's also imbalances in the house, the home, the children, the whole family's falling apart. Okay? The marriage is falling apart. There's no structure. There's no solid foundation. Why? Because you didn't build one in the first place. That's why the tower is crumbling. Because the foundation was not solid to begin with. How can you build something masterful on sand, on mud, right? That's what this connection was based off of, or whatever it is you're in. You got to stop seeking happiness outside of yourself. This is also for some of you, as you know, this is the twin flame card. As I say, the 1111 card. Some of you are disappointed because it's like you want union and you're probably hearing signs about union. And yes, or readings or something. This is the year for a lot of counterparts to come into union, but you have to be in union with yourself first, and you have to be living your dharma, doing your life's purpose. You have to do the work to build that solid foundation for yourself. Your person does that too, and then you could come together in harmony. That's why it's called harmonious sacred union. This is disharmonious here. There's way too much lower vibrational energy to have a harmonious union manifest. Okay? Let's see what the lesson here is. And guys, listen. I've been through all of this. So this is what I have learned, okay? This is what I have learned. I really needed to focus on myself, period. And it changed everything. Let's see what the lesson here is. What's the lesson with the situation for Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. And as you can see, guys, we have all reversals so far. And look, I'm going to show you. Every time I start the deck, everything's in the upright. Look, strength is popping out. This is why I'm doing it for a reason. You are more powerful than you think you are. Right here. They're all in the upright, right? So when it comes out in the reverse, that's why I read them, because reversals are about major lessons that you need to learn. Everything that comes out in the reverse is the stuff that you need to stop doing. Okay? In most cases, usually a bad card in the reverse is something good. Okay, so just keep it that way. Or look at it that way. What is the lesson being learned here? I know it's not easy work, guys. I've been doing this for years. Not reading tarot, because that's just kind of a recent thing, but my work, I had to do a lot of work first to be able to be prepared to before I started my YouTube channel, believe it or not. That's the way God wanted it to be. He had me go through certain things and had me learn a whole crap ton of stuff so that I could teach based off of my experiences. Let's see, what is the lesson here? This eclipse, it's knocking the socks off of people. I would probably say it's knocking the wind out of people. Those who aren't on their path and they're not heeding the call and they're not working on themselves, they're going to get a rude awakening. And again, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but these are very intense times. And this solar full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio is a very, very intense moon. And it's right on the south node of Scorpio, so it's insane. It's insane. Okay, Spirit. Is there anything for them? What's the lesson here? Is there a lesson? Okay. Thank you. I guess they were trying to figure out, wow. Four of Wands comes out. Temperance. Death, rebirth. I was just talking about Scorpio. Was I not? Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. You really got to see the truth of the situation. You got to get more clarity of thought. You really have to clear your crown chakra and your third eye so that you can get that divine guidance. So you can get that wisdom, that knowledge to understand why this is going on, right? And we saw the Seven of Cups. That is clouded judgment, confusion. You need to cut out the things that are not serving you. And you have to speak your truth. This is about being in your truth all day, every day. This is also about communication, right? What did I talk about with the communication? What did I talk about the communication? You don't need the communication all the time. So, we definitely have the 1111 card that now comes out. Again, you need to learn how to build that foundation for yourself. You need to understand that if you want this union, you want a happy, harmonious family, you're going to have to get balanced yourself first, right? That's how it works. So, like I said, the truth about union, the work has to be done in solitude. You get super prepared for harmonious sacred union. Because even when you come into that union, there's still things that have to be said, things that have to be cleared, truths that are going to be revealed, and some of them may be challenging because this is like a challenging new beginning, okay? But it's a beautiful one still nonetheless because you gain a lot of clarity, truth, and wisdom from this. This is also lesson. Union happens in divine timing. That's why I said it's according to God's plan, not yours. God created both of you. He made you guys counterparts, so he's ultimately in control. You aren't, and neither is your counterpart. You have to let God do the work on you and on your person. And it has to be done according to the time that God allots for this. Patience. If you're a true divine feminine, you've mastered the art of patience. That's what a true divine feminine does. A distorted feminine is impatient. When you come into harmonious sacred union, both of you need to be in your full divine selves. So patience is a virtue here. Balancing out your masculine and feminine energies. Because, see, all of this imbalance here, what's going on, what the obstacle is, on top of everything else, now there's balance. Now there's balance. But you have to be balanced first. You have to learn how to be your true, authentic self. Right here, with the Ace of Swords. This is all about truth, insight, and awareness. Okay? Understanding the truth of the situation. Clarity. Being decisive. Stop going back and forth. I need to work on myself. No, I'm not going to work on myself. No, I can't. I can't do it. It's too hard. I can't put in the hard work. I need somebody to fix me. Look, I went back and forth too, but look, I would not be here today if it just didn't push through. I say back and forth, and look what's underneath the Two of Pentacles, you see? Not putting yourself as a priority. Wishy-washiness. You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can go with this, or you can go with that. I forgot who did that song. Anyway. Make a decision. You know what decision to make. Some of you are just like going out there and like, no, I got to have somebody. I got to have somebody. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you do that, you're not going to be prepared for your mission. You're here for a mission. Okay? If you really want union with your person, or if you want a happy, harmonious family, you got to stop getting into relationships with people who are not like-minded, who don't love the same things as you, who don't have the same interests. And of course, it doesn't have to be completely perfect. You don't have to love everything. But the most important things to you, Cancer, you should really seek out somebody else, because there's more of a bonding there. Like for me, I am incredibly passionate about music. That is my thing. And helping people. But music is the biggest thing for me. Every guy that I dated, and I've dated very few to include my husband, none of them were as passionate about music as I was. And I guess I'm saying that because they're dancing to music here. There's a tambourine. Okay? And they never understood that about me. And I like to collaborate. I always had this dream of collaborating, writing music with somebody, or I always had this affinity for acoustic guitar. Like if you watch my lives, I've talked about that, or I played that type of music on my lives. And ever since I was a little girl, I said, I hope that I marry a person who plays guitar. My first person that I married did not play anything. No offense, right? But I was very passionate about music, especially like things with strings. Because I always wanted to write music, or because I used to write music as a child, actually. I used to compose stuff and write lyrics and things. And, I always had this thing that I wanted to do that with somebody that I really cared about. And when you have that type of bond with somebody, oh my God, that's part of this incredible love story that you can have, because you guys are very passionate about the same thing. And then both of you are creating something, which is even more magical. And the funny thing was, when I met my counterpart, he's an exceptional musician. He plays acoustic guitar, and I think the Stratocaster or something, and it's like, holy shit. I never put that at the top of my list. It's a beautiful thing. So if you want more harmony in your life, or you want to have these marriages that are or relationships that are balanced here, do things, find people who love to do, what are you passionate about? Find somebody who is passionate about you with something, especially when it comes to doing the mission work. You guys having that passion together to help others or do whatever it is for your mission work, that is big, okay? That really helps to raise the vibration of the planet. But, with these here, it's like, you got to get to a place of stability and security, but you also, it's balancing your masculine and feminine energies and going with the flow of being your authentic self. Stop trying to be someone that you're not just to keep somebody in a relationship, or just for them to like you. Not everybody's going to like you, Cancer. Some of you, you're afraid of that. I know, because ever since I was a little child, I always had this fear of being disliked by even one person. And I was usually liked by many. And then when I got older, I knew a lot of people really didn't like me, and then it kind of got to me a little bit. But nowadays, I don't care. That's why when the readings that I do, if somebody doesn't like it, if they don't want to listen to the guidance being given, then why are you on YouTube? Why are you watching readings? It's supposed to help you with your spiritual growth, which is what I do. And all this stuff that I went through, it changed so many things about me for the better. And I'm actually who Jess was supposed to be the entire time. I reinvented myself in a sense. But what I ended up becoming, I wasn't this ghost anymore, this faceless ghost. I was no longer trying to hide behind my cloak, right? Like my hair I talked about. I wasn't trying, this is insane. I stopped hiding my face. You see how there's no face in here? Temperance is also about being your natural self. With that Ace of Swords, being your authentic self, being in your truth. And deciding, I'm going to be Cancer, but I know there's a better Cancer within me, and I'm going to be in alignment with that, your higher self. But again, there's a big thing about the patience. Union comes in divine timing. It's according to what God says. When he says, this is ready. You have to be at peace. You can't allow anyone to destroy your inner peace. This is about going through some serious healing. For me, this is achieving sacred balance within yourself first. And learning to love and live life happily on your own. And go enjoy time with friends who are really authentic, who are really going to support you, who are enjoy the same things you do, okay? This is really about facing your fears. Some of you are trying to hide the real you. But it's time to really reinvent yourself. You're afraid to look and see what you find when you're facing your fears. You're afraid to look deep within and say, oh my gosh, I was doing this whole time. I was being inauthentic with others, which caused me to be in authentic relationships. There's the other thing right there, Cancer. If you're being dishonest with yourself, you're not being your natural, truthful self, authenticity, integrity, honesty, you're trying to please people and do things that you normally wouldn't do or say yes when you want to say no, you're being inauthentic. So what happens? You are attracting what you are, which is why you are attracting inauthentic relationships, plain and simple. It's the same thing that happened with me. You're going to have to face that reality now. If you want profound change in your life, you're going to have to change things in your own life. Be the change you wish to see. If you want your outside world to change. And that requires you facing your demons, facing your fears, and looking yourself in the face and saying, okay, I'm not being myself. I'm not being honest. I'm not being authentic. I'm not living in my truth. It's time for me to live in my truth. It's time for me to face the music, face my fears, and stop procrastinating. Start doing the hard work and start learning from my mistakes. Because that's why you're not learning, because you're afraid to face that truth about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what death and rebirth is. The old Cancer dies and the new one emerges. But the old Cancer has to die first in order to be in alignment with the new Cancer so that the new Cancer can attract Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This is very dark, deep energy right here. This full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio is really going to get you to face your reality, to face who you are or who you aren't so that you could become who you really are. You got to undergo that self-transformation and change those lower vibrational things about yourself if you want this harmonious sacred union to happen. But again, patience and divine timing. It's according to God. It's not according to you. Look at the top. I was talking about dishonesty. Page of Swords, and this with I'm reading intuitively with the lessons. Learning your lessons. Learning more about yourself when you go deep within. When you go through that dark, watery depths, it's kind of like Pisces energy mixed with Scorpio. Like seeing like what secrets about you you're holding, what fears you're keeping down there, and that will come to the surface. This eclipse, guys, it's going to bring so many things to the surface, so be prepared for that. This is also about being dishonest, not speaking your truth, being silent. Not saying things that may seem challenging to you, but it's because you're in your truth. The truth hurts, okay? But the truth is God. It's of divine light. It's this truth, right? It's an ace. Right here. Dishonesty, not speaking your truth, afraid to speak up, lying to yourself and others, when you know you don't have to do that. You just don't. You do that, you're not your true divine self. You're not a divine masculine if you are living a lie. And you're not a divine feminine if you're living a lie either. All right, let's see what wellness message we have for you. What wellness, mindful message do we have for Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, plating series, please and thank you. There's also for like one person here. All of this stuff that happened, okay? The inauthentic relationships, not doing your work, not finding union within yourself, not learning from your mistakes, everything. There's something shifting here. Nobody's been communicating. For one person or two people, communication's coming in. For those of you who've done the work, there's a breakthrough happening here. You're going to get the clarity that you've been seeking. There's a huge change in your life, in your connection with the Scorpio energy, also with this lunar eclipse. The twin flame angel, Temperance here, is coming in to bring balance and equilibrium to a connection. There's the support of the angelic realm. This is perfect orchestration too. Thank you, Spirit. The universe, God, your angels, they're finalizing everything to perfectly orchestrate this union that is happening for like one or two of you. A lot of things are going to be revealed. They're clearing out the last of the low vibrational energies so that both of you are in full alignment. Again, this is masculine and feminine coming together, not just from within, but from the one who's the masculine and the one who's the feminine. They're bringing these two together. They're perfectly orchestrating everything with the heavens, with the astrological transits, everything. And it has to do with this Scorpio lunar eclipse, okay? There's something with Sagittarius here too. They're really finalizing everything so that when you come into union, it is perfect according to God's eyes. Wow. It's very deep. It's very profound. There's a massive change happening. Phoenix rising from the ashes. The end is only the beginning. This is kind of like, now that both twins have ascended, now this death card's coming in to bring a rebirth. It's like a resurrection in a sense to this union. Casting spells. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, see? And from complaint to gratitude. Now when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. Watch your words. Unique lives. I respect everyone's individual decisions and way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. See, I talked about everyone has to learn their own lessons. You can't change everybody. Everybody has their own journey. And you have to respect that. I'm pretty sure you would want people to respect you and your decisions, right? Projecting. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice in how I respond. Exactly with that Ten of Swords energy. Victimhood. You cannot blame anybody for your pain and your suffering. You can't. You can't. Okay. Let's see what this guidance is. What other guidance do we have for Cancer? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Look, rose quartz crystals, soothing and warm like love that flows. Once under your pillow, your magic grows. This crystal is really going to help you learn about unconditional love, especially love for yourself and forgiveness. Okay? Some of you should be are encouraged to work with rose quartz crystals. By any chance, if you wear a necklace or you wear a bracelet and it breaks, that means you're full of this love. You've learned about unconditional love and forgiveness. You don't need it anymore. Sleep. Underneath the nighttime skies, fairies sing you lullabies. Maybe some of you are losing sleep over this. We didn't see the Nine of Swords, but we did see the Ten of Swords, okay? Some of you do literally need to get more sleep. But this is about some of you are kind of sleeping, that you haven't woken up to the truth of the situation or situations you are in. That's why the Tower is coming up. It's going to wake the hell out of you, okay? Medicine. Veggies and fruit from yellow to blue, like medicine, they're good for you. This is about your health, your well-being. Maybe some of you need to eat more healthy foods, to help you to better manifest things into your life, to help you to get into alignment with what your heart's desires. I'm hearing somebody maybe taking sleeping medicine, like Ambien or whatever it's called, or NyQuil, to help you get some rest, because these connections or whatever this is going on right now, it's not really serving your highest good. That's because you're actually you're allowing this stuff to happen, okay? That's for somebody specific. I don't know where that came from, but that's what they wanted me to say. Okay, let's go check on what Mercury Retrograde is having you reevaluate and review. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Cancer need to review and reevaluate with this Mercury retrograde? And remember that we are in Mercury retrograde at the time I'm recording this. Mercury goes direct on my birthday, which is going to be freaking exciting. It goes direct on June 3rd. So the last day it's retrograde is June 2nd. Mayhem. Your manifestation is happening. Current issue reveals past wound. Spiritual growth, hang tight. That's the Tower. That's why I said like several minutes ago, you have been warned. Hang tight, because things are going to be changing. They're going to be shifting things around so that you can actually start being able to manifest what is going on. Here's the other thing. Your low vibrational energy and you speaking words of lack, of victimhood, of complaint, you complaining and being boohoo and Ten of Swords, I'm a victim, this, and that. You are the one who causing the Tower moment. Your manifestation is happening. Your lower vibrational energies, everything that you've been saying to other people and saying to the universe and about yourself, it's manifesting in a negative way. Current issue reveals past wound. Those wounds you've been projecting out, you're now manifesting the Tower moment. Wow. Holy cow. Bottom of the deck is observe. And maybe some of you keep getting tower moments in your life. You're the one who's manifesting that. We saw the magician, right? Observe. Not getting caught in the story or details. Total acceptance of what is. Step back, see bigger picture. Yep. Watch your thoughts. I said, look at what you're doing. You got to be observing. Face yourself head on, whatever, and say, okay, I really need to face the truth here. I need to face my fears. I really need to look deep down inside myself and realize what it is I am doing. Total acceptance of what is. Accept the situation for what it is. You're going to have to accept your person for who they are right now. Accept everything that's going on, because in reality, whatever you're doing, you've been manifesting it. And if you've been low vibrational energies, you're manifesting low vibrational things and people and all those things, okay? So hang tight, because your manifestation is happening. But for some of you, it's what you didn't want. But you didn't realize that you are the one who created your reality with the magician energy. But you were trying to manipulate and trying to force things and trying to seek approval from people and saying negative things or whatever this is. Your thoughts create reality. Like I said, watch your thoughts. Observe your thoughts. What is this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio bringing Cancer? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. The end of a tough cycle approaches the full moon in Capricorn. I'm telling you. You manifested this tower. It's putting an end to things. It's putting an end to your behavior. It's putting an end to you not learning from your mistakes. Bottom of the deck is don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Oh, you've got 2 full moons. This is intense stuff. All right. Let's go get the book. Oh, crap. Full moon in Cap. The end of a tough cycle approaches. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card could also ask you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Oh my God, it's what I said. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. And then we have the full moon in Leo. Some of this is a prideful thing for some of you. Pride, unhealthy ego. That's double energy. You don't want to get caught up in that. That doesn't manifest anything. It manifests negative things. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. A friendship may be ending now. Well, we do have 2 of Cups in the reverse there. There could be friendships. It could be with your counterpart stuff or whatever this is for you. When the full moon comes in Leo, it can be wonderfully bright. It can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of this lunation and of this card. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. Top of the deck is a fiery climax approaches. Another full moon in Aries. Ooh, the moon. That's a tough placement for the moon. Emotions running high, very intense. Okay, yeah, be careful with that. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Tempers are likely to flare. Okay? Something's going to come to a peak in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you've been too competitive or too blunt. That's exactly what this Scorpio lunar eclipse is doing, guys. It's be prepared. But again, they're telling me again, you have been warned. Oh my God. All right. You have been warned. All right, Cancer, let's see. They want me to pull another card for this eclipse because it's going to be so big. Yep, to help you deal with all this intense, fiery stuff, connect with nature. You've rejuvenated. You're rejuvenated, inspired by spending time outdoors. Get grounded. Grounding is going to be very important during this time, guys. Emotional healing. You did get the Tower. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. See, this is really going to catapult you towards your healing. It's exactly what I was talking about. Connect with nature. This card comes to you because your body and soul are craving fresh air, trees, flowers, butterflies, birds, sunshine, and animals. The message is clear. Go outside. The answers to your questions are outdoors in nature, where you can easily think and receive creative ideas. Even a brief stroll during your lunch hour will yield tremendous benefits. Additional meanings for this card. Plant a flower garden, adopt a new pet, your children need to spend time outdoors, go camping or hiking, visit a rural or eco-friendly retreat center, switch to a career where you can work outdoors or with plants and animals. Trust the messages you receive when you spend time in nature. You have a natural gift for communicating with animals. Bring nature indoors with potted plants, a fountain, and crystals. You need sunshine or full spectrum lighting to elevate your mood and emotions. Eat more naturally, taking in fewer processed foods or beverages. I did talk about eating more healthfully because that's where the medicine card comes in. Okay? Don't try to, use drugs and sleeping medication and stuff like that or whatever this is to help you. You need to do some more natural things for your healing. We have emotional healing. This card signifies that you're healing some old emotional pain. The first thing that comes to mind is exactly the issue you're resolving. As you let go of anger, guilt, or other emotional wounds, you awaken a new level of power within yourself that attracts everything you desire. See? The low vibrational emotions are not going to help you. Call upon the fairies as well as supportive people or professionals to help you through this time of healing. Know that you're lovable and that you deserve a happy heart. Additional meanings are the situation you're asking about has an emotional basis. Physical healing occurs as a result of emotional healing. You're preparing for a new love by healing old hurt from a previous partnership. Consult with a professional counselor or join a support group. Journal about your feelings. This situation is bringing about tremendous personal growth. So that's funny because it says consult with a professional counselor or join a support group. So I'm having my Capella Red Room group session on Friday, May 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to read for everybody who's there. Only 10 seats are going to be available. And I'm going to conduct 18 plus readings. And this is to get everybody to kind of loosen up, to kind of get out of stuck energy, to raise their vibration. I'm going to be making jokes. We're going to have a great time. And maybe this might be a good thing for you because believe it or not, with that group session that I'm holding, it could very well help with your emotional healing. Okay. You'll also learn a thing or two. We saw the Page of Swords up here at the top of the deck, learning something new, right? Doing some research. So if you're interested, this could very well help you also with your grounding, because you are connecting with others, but you're also letting out these pent up frustrations and anger and resentment and everything. And you're raising your vibration by laughing and by kind of tapping into your central playful side. All right. We do have a page of pentacles here to be a little bit more playful. Don't be like super childish, but, you know, tapping into your inner child. So, maybe with this card there, that could help. And it will help with your emotional healing, believe it or not, even though I'm going to be doing, dirty readings. But I did a reading like that privately for a client, and she told me that she had the best fun that she's had in a very long time. And let me tell you, I made some crazy jokes, and I even told her I have no idea where that came from. And she felt so good after that. And that's my job. That's my job. So maybe taking that class, it's cheap, okay? I really lowered the price for it. I even talked to some clients about it. I just want people to join in and have a great time. But the 18 plus stuff, it's a little bit different, right? But we're going to have an awesome time. So maybe that would be a thing for you to help you. Look, the top of the deck is you've got the power. Use your ability to resolve the situation. You can do it. See, that power is already within you. All right, Cancer. You really have the ability to do this. Don't think that you don't. All right. Lastly, love and relationships. Let's see what we get. I'm hearing codependency. I'm hearing deception. Love yourself first. You deserve love. Let's see. What's going on with love and relationships for Cancer? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. See? Watch your thoughts. Again, stay optimistic. But you gotta do the work to raise your vibration to get into alignment with the love that you really want. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. See? Okay. Healing. You need to move away from relationships, period, and start doing the work. It's exactly what I did. And again, I'm not knocking on people who date, because that is you. But if you are finding yourself where the relationships are not fulfilling, they're not harmonious, they're inauthentic, and you know it, you're blocking the manifestation of harmonious sacred union with your counterpart, or attracting the true love in your life, the highest form of love. Okay? So it's time to move. Stop getting into relationships, even with friendships. You need to cut those cords, end those friendships. Go do that, because we did get a card, whatever it was. Friendships are ending with this full moon in Capricorn. Okay? This is go time, Cancer, to do your work. All right? I hope this helps you. I really, really do. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, or a live coaching session, a live tarot reading, live healing, or just a healing reading, whatever, I have a lot of stuff on my website if you haven't checked that out already, at capellawellness.com, because I'm very serious with my clients about doing the work. A lot of work is involved. I don't use tarot just to like tell fortunes or things like that. That's why I barely do love readings, because right now love is not important. It's about you and about loving yourself and doing the work that God has been wanting you to do for a while. Okay, to get into alignment with this, because this is what you ultimately want, Cancer, but you're not aligned with it yet. You're not aligned with it. Not right now. Okay. Again, with that session that I'm having, the Capella Red Room 18 plus group readings, that happens May 13th, again at 9 p.m. Check the description box to click on a direct link to book your seat. If you go to capellawellness.com to check it out, if you're already on the mobile web and you don't click on the link, go underneath the group classes category of my Capella service suite. You can book your seat there. Okay. If all goes well, I'll have more sessions at least once a month. So we'll see how this goes. But this could very well help you kind of turn your attention away from, getting into these relationships that are just not working out for you. And again, you're going to laugh, you're going to have a great time, and you're going to meet with other people, and we'll get to chat amongst ourselves about a little bit about what we're dealing with in our connections and things like that. So I think it would be helpful for you. But again, that is up to you. Okay. All right, Cancer. that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jasmine Capella Wellness, starring out.